Hello, everyone. Welcome to our REDSHORT webinar for this 15th April, which is also U.S. Tax Day. Tax time in the U.S. is always very tempting for hackers to prey upon unsuspecting victims. With the ease of submitting your IRS tax form, this offers possible avenues for spreading malware, holding hostage, and kind of taking control of people's personal identifying information, which is PII. Before we get into this today, as always, you can find information on this related topic, which is up on the screen, related article. And you can also find previous Red Shorts at redskyalliance.org. For everyone living in the United States, April 15th is the deadline for filing your taxes in the U.S. to the U.S. government, specifically the IRS. So what could go wrong, right? In theory, a significant cyber hacking event could occur during the U.S. tax season, which we're coming to the end of right now. With the Iran war in high gear, there are multiple enemies who are hyper-focused on targeting multiple U.S. government organizations, and which could result in widespread disruption. The IRS and tax-related softwares are those possible avenues for the bad guys to cause havoc. The U.S. Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, is certainly not immune to these cyber attacks. Attackers might exploit government and tax services regarding their vulnerabilities in current network systems and their securities, which may lead to unauthorized access and the theft of sensitive data. If an attack was successful, cybersecurity authorities would respond promptly and start the investigation into that cyber attack. This to identify the perpetrators and mitigate further risks. But at that point, the damage could have already been done. This type cyber incident highlights the critical importance of having a robust cybersecurity measures both within governments and its citizens regarding ongoing vigilance in the face of evolving digital threats. In recent years, the IRS has faced several cyber attacks that targeted its electronic filing systems and taxpayer information. These past incidents exposed vulnerabilities in both government and third-party software platforms that resulted in unauthorized access to personal and financial data. The IRS responded by enhancing its cybersecurity infrastructure. It introduced more strict authentication protocols and collaborated better with law enforcement agencies to investigate and prevent further attacks. Despite these improvements, the agency remains a high-profile target for cyber criminals, especially during the tax season when the volume of electronic filings increased dramatically. Staying vigilant and employing robust security measures are crucial to protecting taxpayer data and maintaining the trust that the IRS digital services offer to its citizens. Looking ahead to April 2026, which we're in right now, the possibilities of a cyber attack remain significant. This due to the increased sophistication of cyber actors and the ever-expanding digital footprint of those organizations. On a daily basis, cyber criminals continue to develop new tactics, such as exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities or leveraging artificial intelligence to bypass security defenses. As reliance on interconnected systems keeps growing, so does the disruption and data breaches. Electronic income tax filing systems are increasingly targeted by cyber criminals seeking access to financial and personal data. Attacks on these platforms can lead to identity theft, fraudulent tax returns, and unauthorized disclosure of sensitive taxpayer information. As tax season is ending, but ever still the danger remains, organizations must prioritize security protocols and employ advanced threat detection to safeguard the integrity of electronic filing systems. Electronic filing during the U.S. tax season offers convenience and efficiencies, but it's not without risks. Cyber criminals increasingly target electronic income tax filing type systems with the aim to steal financial and personal information. While the IRS and tax-related software providers employ robust security measures such as encryption and multi-factor authentication, the threat landscape remains very dynamic. So be ever vigilant in submitting your tax returns. To further strengthen the cybersecurity of IRS electronic filing systems, several key measures should be considered. First, the IRS can implement advanced threat detection tools that utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning, this to identify suspicious activity and respond quickly to emerging threats. Second, conducting regular security audits and penetration tests will help uncover vulnerabilities before they can be exploited by attackers. Additionally, the agency should ensure that all software and systems are consistently updated and patched to protect against newly discovered exploits. Next, educating taxpayers and tax professionals about phishing schemes and common cyber threats is also very critical. The IRS should provide clear guidance on recognizing fraudulent communication and encourage the use of strong, unique passwords and multi-factor authentication for account access. Finally, establishing secure communication channels for taxpayers and enhancing collaboration with industry partners and law enforcement agencies will help create a more resilient digital ecosystem. By adopting these strategies, the IRS can better safeguard taxpayer information and uphold its trust with the use of its electronic filing services. On an individual basis or for tax professionals, practicing strong cyber hygiene is additionally critical for individuals and organizations to reduce the risk of cyber attacks. This includes regularly updating passwords, using multi-factor authentication, and now I've said that numerous times, so that's really critical, and installing security updates promptly and avoiding suspicious emails or links. And just as important, employing cyber threat intelligence, or CTI, is a supplementary cyber safeguard. By maintaining these habits and staying informed about emerging threats, users can better protect their personal and financial information from cyber criminals. There are always ways that bad guys will and do continue to exploit human frailties and faulty network systems. It's a never-ending battle, but a battle we should always remain vigilant against. Because if we falter even once, we could lose our personal identity and everything that is connected with our personas. So please, during this tax season, stay vigilant. And we will continue to provide guidance and assistance going into the future. Thank you all for joining us here today. And if you have any other questions on this subject, or really any questions on cybersecurity or cyber threat intelligence, you can contact either myself or Jim McKee. Both our emails are up on the screen right now. And our next Red Short is April 22nd, always at the same time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to make it simple, we're always presenting on a Wednesday. With that, have a good day and stay vigilant.